Hey guys, so this is something I've been wanting to do for a while now. Just show off my Star Wars props, specifically the weapons. Here you have 4 examples of Han Solo's DL-44. This is what is known as the GK, the Greedo Killer from A New Hope. Han Solo's regular blaster from A New Hope. Han Solo's DL-44 from Empire Strikes Back. And his Return of the Jedi DL-44. Now, I've been collecting since about 1999. Weapons, Star Wars weapons are what first got me into this hobby. All of these were probably picked up 2002, 2003, 2004. This blaster, the Greedo Killer, this is the shot from when the cantina, right before Han Solo unholsters his weapon to shoot Greedo. This is, by today's standards, not accurate. The scope is not right. But everything else comes pretty close to the grill and the flash hider. This is made by GW Tulsa of the RPF. This is, I guess, my pride and joy, the Han Solo's A New Hope DL-44. This one was made by Jason Eden. I used to have the Master Replicas version, but I sold that in favor of this. I know that might sound like blasphemy to some people, but I just like the way this one was finished. I know there's a more accurate part kit for this now, but I'm pretty happy with this. This one is his Empire Strikes Back blaster, not as heavy as the other ones. All of these use real parts, except for the, the greeblies and stuff that were made for, during special runs on the RPF. This was made by Justin WC Comics. This one actually has, I don't know if you can see it, and you can't really, but there's a red jewel inside that gives, when it hits the light, it gives a sort of red flash. And this one is Han Solo's Return of the Jedi blaster. And this one was made by Boba Fett. Back in the day, David, maybe he still does, was known for these blaster builds. So those are my 4 DL-44s. Now these two, this is my Stormtrooper E-11. It's a real British Sterling, and Jawa Iron Blaster. Now this was purchased in the mid-2000s. This is a decommissioned Sterling. It doesn't have a real scope, but this thing is an absolute beaut. It's heavy as hell. I forgot who did the build. I'm sorry about that. And it doesn't show in my video, but you don't see any weld lines when this thing was put back together on this. It's just a beautiful build. I eventually have to upgrade someday to a real scope. This ion blaster is just as heavy, if not heavier, because of this piece. And this was built by Wakal from the RPF. Just 2 gems. These are my lightsabers. At one point in Jedi Training Remote by Frank Cerny, Brundlefly of the RPF, from way back in the day. At one point I owned every variation of all the character lightsabers from the original trilogy and the prequels, and also I had Luke's Holiday Special, but I sold them all because these were the ones that I was really in love with. The only one I regret selling is the only 2 is Luke's Empire Strikes Back lightsaber, which was built, mine was built on a real graphics, and Darth Maul's. So this is the lightsaber that got me into collecting movie props. This is the very first movie prop I owned. It's a real graphics. This was made by Dark Shadow of the RPF, and it's, of everything I own in my collection, this is the one thing I'll never part with. It's kind of what led me down the road of prop collecting. This is Obi-Wan Kenobi's A New Hope lightsaber, and this, I mean, this is just a beautiful saber. It has a real grenade, the wind vane, the transistors, everything's on this. And this is really, really heavy. Here's Larry Larbell, his Darth Vader Empire Strikes Back MPP flash tube that I converted. I don't know if Larry's still around. I'm virtually a non-entity on the RPF nowadays, but I do monitor. This is Darth Vader's Return of the Jedi lightsaber. Now this is not an authentic Graflex, it's a replica Graflex flash tube, a kit conversion. I always liked this version of his Darth Vader's lightsaber over all the others. It just looked unique to me. And this was a recent acquisition. This is Anakin Starkiller's Luke version 2. And this was modified, his 3D rendering was drawn based on Brandon Allinger's reveal of owning Luke's Return of the Jedi lightsaber. So it has a long clamp, the correct card configuration, the weathering, gaffer's tape on the neck. This is just a real Graflex band clamp. So I'm pretty happy with this. So these are all the lightsabers I have left. I also have a lightsaber on Darth Vader's, my replica Darth Vader, his belt. It's a replica Highland, an authentic Highland, I'm sorry. But that's not what the original saber was based off of, I believe. Here's Vader. I just wanted to, I mean, you can't see in the dark, but there goes his lightsaber. Vader, my Emperor. And I kind of saved the best for last. I hope you guys think so. But these are my two Boba Fett blasters. The top is his Return of the Jedi version, and this was built by Boba Fett, and it's on a real Webley. The bottom is his Empire Strikes Back blaster, and this is a hand job. It was built by Dave the Bookie. It's just as heavy as the Return of the Jedi version. I'm sorry for the low lighting in this room. But these are the conversation pieces. Every time someone comes to visit, or we look at these weapons, these happen to be the two that people gravitate towards the most. All of the blasters, by the way, they're all fully functioning. You know, the triggers work. These are real wood stocks, by the way. You know, everything fully functions in all the replicas that I have. You can handle them. They just don't shoot laser beams. I'd lift them up, but these things are too heavy for me to film and handle. So that's it. My Star Wars weapons. Hope you enjoy.